Guadalupe River is dammed here. That is how far the river swelled up to. You see, by the bending of the trees, so the river swelled up all there. And then all there, you can tell on that side. Okay, you can see that the river swelled up. That's why all these trees are bent. So it swelled over there. This is the Guadalupe River. I know people swim and kayak here, mostly kayaking under this bridge, and the dam is over there. Yeah, the way it is bent and all the trash at the top, this one is bent. You can say that the water did come up all here, at least to this point here, right? But I don't think it was strong enough to cause devastation. The devastation is on that side, on the left side, and then on that side where the bridge is. So the bridge obviously caused more flooding on that side. But I think the water crept up all here. You see, look where the water is. The water is where you see the guy running. That's where the river actually passes. But the water crested around here. Okay. Center it is, kids play, overlooking the Guadalupe River. There's a pedestrian bridge. That's the normal flow, right? That's the normal flow. Now, if you look at the way this little tree here is bent, and all the trash is holding, that's how high the river got on this side. And it went all the way there. You could see all the trees are burnt over there. So all this place was underwater. I don't think the water was flowing too strong on this side. Yes, it was flowing stronger on that side. That's why you see some of the trees uprooted, but not on this side. For those of you who know fluid dynamics, you'll understand. But this is the bend, so it was stronger, and then over here it was not that strong, but it was enough to bend the trees and hold the trash. Yeah, so we're gonna go this way. Around here, the Guadalupe River splits. One go here, the main one, and it splits over here. So as you can see, this section here forms an island because it goes over there and remerge just before the bridge. It remerged into the main stream. So this walkway, these trees you see all over here, they form an island. If you look at this tree, as you can see, that's how high the river, probably higher than that. But you could tell that the river covered all these trees because you can see all the trash up over there. Yeah? So that's how high it got. Look where I'm standing. This is probably over 10, maybe 15 meters tall. So that's how, at least in this section, all these trees, you see, indicating that that's how high the river got, okay, around this area. Probably the bridge or some of the obstruction would have contributed to that height, but yes, it did. The last time I was here, I kayaked under this bridge and all over there, and this was, when I say green, everything was great. All here was bushy and stuff, and I'm telling you, you couldn't see that far. You just have to walk through the trail to get to it, because that's how dense it was, because this is a riparian zone. So it was really, really green. Even kayaking through here with all the water lilies and all them kind of foolishness that was growing here, it was a little difficult to navigate here to get to that side. But look what the flooding did to the area. Rip out everything. And I'm sure the cleaning crew also helped by cleaning it up. So this is what has happened. But this here used to be green, dense forest. I'm telling you, brother, dense forest. And I will add the photos for you to see when the last time I was here, to see how dense this area was. Green, right? And look how the devastation. I'm sure the cleaning crew also help with their cleaning equipment and clear some of the stuff, but the green is gone. Yeah? So here is the normal flow of the river. If we come here, you could see that, yes, based on what we've seen here, the water came all up here. Look at that. That is about 10 to maybe between 15, 20 feet of climb. Yeah? That's how it is. Now, if you look behind, you see that the trees behind are green, and then the trees closer to the river are brown. That shows you the river covered most of some of these trees. Now, some of these trees may recover, some may never recover, and they just stand there and over time fall, decay and fall. Yeah? Look there, they have another dam there, right? So they have so many of these dams along the Guadalupe River. And this did not help because all these dams make an obstruction and increase the height of the swelling of the river. Okay? Look at the tortoise resting. Some of them jump in the river. This is the splash pad. I assume the river got onto it and is damaged, so it's kind of closed out for repairs and maintenance to bring it back to life. Yeah? We are going to the trail that heads to Shriner University, where you can see the damage or the force of the river around here. Is the area after the dam over there I just showed you. And the last time I was here again, all this here was green and forest, long big trees and grass. Now you could walk through it to the river, so they have access from the trail to the river, but it was green and forestry, and you have white-tailed deers passing through, so you see them and birds. But look what the river has done. Right now, over here it's not that bad because clearly you could see that this is the overflow for the river. When it gets bigger, it comes here. So it didn't do much damage except kill the forest, and I'm sure the forest or the trees is gonna come back in a couple of years, right? But that is what is going on this side. He made it to the end. This is Shriner University somewhere around here. Okay, so this is Shriner University somewhere in there. Green and forestry, so they will hide in it. There's about 3 of them there. If you watch here, I think there's 2. There's 2 there, just by the tree, and then just over there, there's one lying down.
Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Porch light flicker on the siding, moths dancing like they know the tune. Every breath feels borrowed, but tonight the world's in tune. Old chair hums beneath me, plank boards keep the time. Old chair home beneath me, brain boards keep the time. If this sound ain't perfect,